up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Good rockin' morning. It is your boy Flippin' Stoop with the channel of the day. Just kidding. I hope everybody's doing great. Today we're going to talk about, you guys ever watch that movie, The Matrix? That movie is a lot more realistic than you think. And I'm not talking about we are inside the Matrix, unless you want to look at the government aspect of it, but we're going to keep this at eBay. And at life in general. And what I mean by that is not swallowing the red pill or the blue pill or whatever, but it's kind of truthful too. What I wanted to actually talk about is feeling as if or knowing you are the one. And you hear Neo speaking upon that quite a bit in The Matrix, and what happened when he realized that he was the one. He believed that he could learn Kung Fu and everything else and download it inside of his brain within seconds. Well, that might seem far-fetched to you because it's in a movie or whatever, but if you believe you are the one that is going to be able to succeed reselling on eBay, then you will find what it takes to be able to do so, and you'll actually have enough confidence within yourself to do it, and you'll go to any means necessary to accomplish that goal, that dream, that vision. And what I realized, a lot of it stemmed from with me. You ever go through that funk at eBay where like you're doing really good for a little bit, and then all of a sudden you get in this funk and this like stagnant area of reselling, and you're just not bringing the energy to the table anymore? You ever feel that way? I know I'm not the only one that's felt that way. I am one of 7 billion people in this world. So if I have felt that way, somebody else has. Another thing for today, guys, is congratulations on the 2,000 people in this group. Never expected that to happen. This group was started 8-9 months ago, and I never expected it to get to 2,000 people. But back to Neo being the one. No, but seriously, back to feeling strong enough about yourself that if you don't, you hear me been saying it in a lot of videos. Here's the thing is why my videos are the way they are and why I try to encourage people to keep going. Because most people in business fail. Listen, most people in business fail because of their mind, their mindset. They stumble across something that sets them back a little bit and they just give up, right? That's why I encourage motivation and encourage you to keep going on a daily basis. Because listen, there's already a channel out there for you guys that talk about the diagnostics of eBay and all the characteristics and all the numbers and how much you should list a day. And, you know, Chris already breaks all that down for you. There doesn't need to be another one of them channels, right? So I don't have to do that. I feel as if what I bring to the table is my unique fashion. That's why I talk about what I talk about. Why? And why do I feel like there's 2,000 people in this group? Not because I'm the greatest content creator in the world, but it's because I'm not the only one sitting here going through day-to-day battles of wondering if I'm going to make it to the level that I want to make it, or getting to a stagnant area. And what happened to me? When I went to this area of being stagnant, and what it really boiled down to was I had no more energy to give the business. That's what it really boiled down to. So what happens when you have no more energy to give to the business? You just feel mentally and physically exhausted. You're giving all day to the business and you feel like you're getting nowhere. Or you're giving a portion of your day and you feel like you're getting nowhere. Something's got to change in what you do on your daily routines. Bottom line, something's got to change. And what I really like to express is physical fitness. And I'm not telling you to go out there to be a bodybuilder. I can tell you a funny story about that, though. Is when I was a younger kid, I really looked up to Arnold Schwarzenegger, because when I was being brought up in the 90s, guys, it was all about Terminator. You know, it was just unbelievable how big this Arnold Schwarzenegger was. And I started getting the magazines and looking at them, and it wasn't that I was amazed that, yeah, it was. I was amazed that somebody could take a normal physique like mine or yours and turn it into a monster like that, right? Not because of the size of what they were, but what they actually had to do to get to that level. Bodybuilder, listen, I bodybuilded for 6 years. I was about 224 by the time I was done at 5'8". I was a pretty solid big guy. I double what I am now, triple what I am now. But anyways, what it took me to get there was unreal. I was putting 10,000 calories a day in my body. this little figure right here, this 180-pound body that's walking around right now, I was sticking 10,000 calories a day in there. Then I was sticking protein shakes 3 times a day. It was harder doing the dieting and the eating all them calories ever than it was the actual exercise part. The 3 hours a day of training I did wasn't shit compared to what I had to do the rest of the day. And that's a lot about what eBay is. The listing is just, the listing is something mental you got to get over. And what I feel like that is most people are creating a monster that doesn't need to exist. You're saying in your head, you don't want to list. I don't want to list. Listing sucks, right? Listing sucks. It's boring. It's tedious. It's da-da-da-da-da, right? You're creating a monster that don't even need to be there. Just do it. Just get it done and start telling yourself this is where it's at. This is where I'm actually going to go from $100 a week to $2,000 a week. This is how it's going to get done. And I'm going to eliminate the monster that tells me I don't want to list no more. And I'm actually just going to get on some routines and some rituals and get it done. There's not a successful person out there, and I'm speaking on daily refinement. I'll speak on them right now. And tech and sports. None of them two guys, period, don't have a daily ritual they follow. They follow that to a T, and they do it every single day. If they didn't, they wouldn't be where they're at. Tech wouldn't be selling $2.5 million a year in products, right? That you could do the same thing. Here's the thing is, he's an average guy just like you're an average guy. And I'm not taking anything from tech. I'm just, you got to stop putting people up on a pedestal that, daily refinement or tech and sports is just some unbelievably god at eBay, right? And I'm not saying they're not. They put in the work. They deserve what they have. I'm not taking anything from them. But you can get just what they have if you stay focused, zeroed in, maybe apply some fitness to your life. And I'm not a fitness guru. Like I don't try to get people to exercise. I really not. If you don't want to exercise, you want to be fat and lazy and sit on the couch and eat potato chips? Be fat and lazy and sit on the couch and eat potato chips. It's not going to kill me. It's going to kill you, right? But I would rather see you exercise so you can live longer with your family and actually produce some better results. So my video content is never really going to be about the analytics of eBay. That's already out there, guys. And Chris does an amazing job with that. I watch his videos on a daily basis. He's a beast at that, man. That's his niche. He's awesome at it, right? And I'm tooting his horn, and I always will, because he's encouraged me to get as far as I can. You guys, last year I went from making $18,000 a year to making almost $60,000 a year in a year's time. So yeah, he's helped me out a lot, I would say. But Chris could have gave me all the information he's given everybody else on YouTube, and I could have applied none of that, what he was teaching, and guess where I'd be at today? $18,000 a year. So you do have to take credit for yourself too, that you are actually implementing what you're learning, because you can learn everything there is about eBay, and if you implement none of it, it was garbage that went inside your head because you never implemented any of it. Another thing you really have to have is self-love. And I know people are like, what do you do? This is eBay. What are you talking about self-love? Look, dude, if you don't respect yourself, if you can't look in the mirror and say that you're the one, you're going to be the next big shot on eBay, you are actually going to make it full-time on eBay, then guess what? You don't really care about yourself or where you're going to go. If you don't care about yourself or where you're going to go, you're never going to get to where you think you could get. You're just never going to. You got to have some type of self-love. You know, self-love, exercise. Everything I'm talking about revolves around self-love. Fitness revolves around self-love. If you love yourself and you want to live longer for the people that you're around and yourself, excuse me, I got hiccups and heartburn at the same time. But if you want to live a longer life and a more productive and happy life, you should probably take the 10 minutes it takes a day to take a walk down to the corner and back, right? Start at a walk. Start at a crawl if you have to, for Christ's sakes. It's the same example is when you first start on eBay. You got to start out as a crawl. You're a baby when you first start. I know I emphasize this in a lot of my videos, but you're not going to go from this week to next week to being freaking daily refinement, okay? It's not going to happen, guys. So get that out of your gourd. But what can happen if you keep pushing through all these obstacles is you can get to his level. You can get beyond his level. You definitely can. Hire one more person than he's got, and you're beyond his level, right? Now you can do 200 items a day opposed to 150 items a day. But there's a lot more that goes behind that than just listing a certain amount of items. You got to have quality items. You got to have items actually people are looking for. You can have great quality clothes or whatever your niche is, and if people ain't looking for them, they're going to sit on there forever, and you're never going to get your money back to be able to reinvest in more inventory. So Chris has got the analytics down, guys. I'm trying to bring you motivation on how to get your business to the next level without the analytics part, with doing some self-love, with taking in fitness throughout your day, with eating healthier foods. Look, all them things really, honestly, this past 3 months has really helped out my business. It has really gave me the energy I need to focus on the areas that are weak in my business and keep pushing in the areas that I'm strong in my business, right? Because we all have weak spots. We all have strengths. We all got weaknesses. I tell you to triple down on your strengths and fuck your weaknesses, right? But in business, if your weakness is customer service, you should probably work in your customer service a little bit, because there's nothing better than having repeat customers coming back to you guys and telling you that they're looking forward to purchasing from you again or whatever. That's a very rewarding thing, because other people don't realize how much effort you're putting into your store when they're just viewing your store on eBay. They're like, that don't never cross their head. But when you give outstanding customer service and you reach out to every single one and you're giving them coupons and everything else, and you're taking time out of your day to look things up that you lack to put into your listing, therefore, or they just didn't look far enough in. As I spoke about measurements, guys, I put measurements in 3 places in my listing, and I still have people ask me, hey, can you tell me the leg opening measurement? I'm like, it's in the title, it's in the item specifics, and it's in the item description. But sure, I'll pull that item out of the bottom of the box somewhere and look that up for you. You got to have that attitude. You can't be like, dude, hey, I had that in the beginning. I'm like, it's in the description. You go ahead and message that to a person and see if that person ever comes back to your store again. They're not going to. They're going to be like, that person's a dickhead. Look, first of all, right now, people are pinching pennies to make it in this world right now. And they always have been. 70% of the world, actually more than 70% of the United States is living paycheck to paycheck. So that's why I sell between actually $5 now up to $30, $40. Yes, I got some more expensive items than that on my store, but my predominant market is from $5 to $30. That's my I sell more items from $10 to $20 than I do anywhere else. People don't want to go, oh, well, that's not a big enough profit. All you got to do is work harder and list more items. All you got to do is work harder, list more items. You're going to do the same thing you did if you sold a $50 profit item. You just list more items at $10 to $20. A lot of people, I don't want to list an item that's I'm only going to sell for $10, because then after I pay eBay and the shipping and everything else, I only make a few bucks. Well, look, man, if you sell 100 of them a day, you made a few $100 a day on just the $10 items. You think about it in a different aspect opposed to just one item. If you're trying to run your business off one item every time you make a sale, like you can't do that. You got to try to maximize it by doing quantity, selling quantity each and every single day. Quality items at quantity. Sell more of them. Just sell more of what you got now. The Goodwills have done that. They get inventory in that are and they get inventory in that's damn good quality. And they set a set price on jeans. Where I'm at, it's about $7 right now for a pair of jeans. Unless they're brand new with the tags on it, sometimes they'll charge $10, $13, whatever it might be. But the owner of this Goodwill that I go to, and probably the same one you go to, are filthy. They're sitting pretty. Why? Because they got plenty of inventory coming in, and they're not always so worried about the most part. What they're worried about is a certain number every single day, and they strive for that number every day, and they get it. How do they get it? Good prices. I mean, people will complain that resell about pants going up to $7, $10 a pair of pants, but the reality behind it is that's not what Goodwill's thinking. Goodwill's business motto isn't, hey, we're going to help resellers out. Their motto is, we're going to help people out on a lower budget income, because that's the majority of the world, and we're going to give them a pretty decent product that they can't beat the price on. Because you really can't. You walk into the mall and try to buy a pair of pants for under $20. You're not going to be able to do it unless somebody's having a 50% off sale, and you're going to have to buy a first pair of jeans that are about $50, $60, and then maybe you'll get your second pair for $20. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't go. So Goodwill has it. That's what I eventually want to become, is the next Goodwill within my eBay business, where I can sell a pair of denim jeans that I pay $7 for $13 and just sell 100 of them a day and make it pretty damn good living, right? You can do that, guys. Do the math. It's not hard. You just got to list a lot of items. So you got to figure out what kind of business model you want in your eBay business, and then start shooting and striving for it. Hey, I love you guys all, man. I hope this video helped you guys out this morning. Start your morning out. Maybe get your mind. I try to get people to think in a different view than what you're thinking already today. Because when I wake up every single day, the old 20-year me from today, 20 years back, creeps up, and the old habits try to come back up into my head. And so I purposely do something different every morning to distract them old habits, because them old habits got me as far as I can get in life, right? If you do the same thing every single day, you're going to get the same results you've been getting for 20 years. So what I do, instead of waking up, I used to go out on the porch and smoke a cigarette and drink a coffee, right? That's my bad habit. I still smoke cigarettes, unfortunately. But now, when I wake up, I throw the headphones on, I throw the jogging gear on, and I go out to the corner, and I come back. And then I make my eggs. And I'm switching the game up. I was skipping breakfasts, guys. I was skipping all kinds of very important, I think, for you to succeed, routines that you should be doing every morning. I was skipping my gratitude and I ams list. I speak highly about the gratitude and I ams list. Why do I do that? Because that thing has changed the person I used to once be. And people be like, how can something you're writing down on paper change the person you used to be? You're looking at them right now. I used to never make video content. 2.5 years ago, I was like, I didn't want people to put my picture on the internet. Okay? I didn't. I'd be like, take that out, take that out. I was embarrassed by the person I was. Why? Because I felt guilty because I wasn't further than I was in life, right? So, and I wasn't confident with myself. I did nothing every single day to make myself feel good about myself. So what I told myself, one day I'm going to get outside of my elements and I'm going to start creating videos. The scariest thing I ever did for stupidity. Making a video content, guys, isn't hard. Who gives a shit what Tom thinks of me right now watching my video thinking I'm a joke? I don't care if anybody thinks I'm a joke. That's not up to them for you to give two shits about. It really isn't, guys. Who cares what your neighbor thinks about you? Who cares what society thinks of you? Here's the thing is, that if you do care about all that, you're being dictated throughout your whole life. You're allowing somebody else to have complete control over your life. And if somebody else has got complete control over your life, you're fucked. That's just me being nice about it. You're fucked. You're fucked if somebody else is dictating your life. And the sad part is, it's like 80% of the people in the world is being dictated by somebody else. And they'll be like, no, I'm not in control. Yeah, sure you are. If your significant other tell you, get upset with you or something, you will change what you're doing at that very moment. Unless you're doing something stupid you shouldn't be and they're checking you, right? That's a good thing to do. But most people are dictated. Look what the schools tell you. You got to go to college. You got to get a degree. And you're like, oh my God, it's the only way to make it in life. So that's what you do. And then you hate your 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. Stupid choice, right? You didn't do what you believed in and what you feel like you could have did. I could go on and rant about that, guys, all morning long. But the truth is, you have the power of excellence within yourself. I love you guys all. It's your boy Flippin' Soup. You guys have a blessed day.